Good morning. I'm Susan and this is Chair Yoga. And today you'll need your chair and maybe a block or a book, something you can stand on. I like to use the blocks to place my feet on the blocks when I'm sitting back in the chair. And you'll want to make sure that the chair will not slide out from under you. So adjust yourself if you need to. And let me get a little bit closer to you. We'll begin seated in the chair in what we call mountain pose. So I'll sit all the way back in the chair so my back is supported. And if you need a pillow or a bolster behind you to support the back, feel free to offer that to yourself as well. Place your feet about hip distance apart and perhaps you root equally through both feet. So imagine you're standing up, maybe you spread those toes and press down to the ball of the big toe, little toe, inner heel and outer heel. Then seated in the chair, find your sitting bones and see if you can sit equally on both sides. Then I'll draw my hands in and use the back muscles to create a little bit more lift through the spine. My shoulders are down away from the ears. And I'll draw my chin back so the chin is parallel to the earth, and that helps your neck become just a little bit longer. So you're sitting nice and tall in your mountain pose. And my theme today is on grounding. So really feel now as you close your eyes, your feet touching the earth, your sitting bones equally grounded in the chair. But at the same time, you're sitting nice and tall. Let's do that body scan now as we bring our awareness inward and simply noticing, without judging it, how it feels to be in your body this morning. Once that body scan is complete, we keep tuning into how we're feeling by bringing our awareness into the breath. And where do you notice the breath the most? Maybe the tip of the nose, where the air enters and exits. Maybe into your chest. Feel the movement there. Or maybe the breath is all the way down into the belly. And perhaps you feel that expansion on the inhale and that release on the exhale. And simply follow the breath. And now when you're ready, let's deepen the breath. If you like, you inhale, expand through the belly, up into your ribs and your chest. Exhaling, releasing chest, ribs, and belly. But you do whatever technique feels best to you. Take your time to really deepen and lengthen the breath. In yoga, we can use our imaginations and perhaps imagine and feel as you inhale, not just that expansion, but that sense of lift. As you draw the energy up from the earth and into the body. And as you exhale, that release. And that sense of grounding down to the earth. Maybe you feel that, maybe you don't. It's alright. Simply creating that deep conscious breath. We start to calm the mind. And create that feeling of being a little bit more centered, a little more grounded. calm, strong, centered, and peaceful. When you're ready, let go of that breath control and then open your eyes. Awesome. And I'll take my feet off the blocks now and slide myself a little bit more forward into the chair. So let's come back into that mountain pose. So plant your feet equally. Spread those toes as you root through big toe, little toe, inner heel and outer heel. And then I'll slide my shoulders back and down. Let's go ahead and place our fingertips onto the back of the head and use your index finger at the base of the skull to lift that head up. So feel the neck get nice and long. Keeping your feet, your legs grounded, sitting bones grounded, belly engaged. I'll inhale, lift my heart up, gently tilt myself back. And exhale, come forward. Maybe draw the chin down towards the collarbones. So as I inhale, lift my heart up. Keep the back of the neck long as I draw the head up, tilt my head back. And exhale, come forward. Tuck the chin in. Inhale. And exhale. So notice how you create that lift through the heart before you tilt yourself back. And we keep that chin drawn back. That keeps the cervical spine, that neck nice and long. Just one last breath like this. Let's hold this here. You can just gently use the weight of your fingers on the back of the head to deepen the stretch in the back of the neck. Draw the chin towards the collarbone. Stretch the ears away from the shoulders. I let go of fear and trust that I am eternally safe. And when you're ready, let's come all the way up. One place that we tend to hold a lot of tension is into the top of these shoulders, into that neck. Let's free that up a little bit. So imagine your fingers are at the back of the head, and we'll lift that head up as you draw the chin back. Inhale here. Exhale, rotate the head to the right. Inhale again. Exhale, rotate the head to the left. And in our theme of being grounded, I'm still grounded through those feet, through those sitting bones. And that belly is braced. So I imagine cinching a drawstring around my waist. And perhaps you can sense as the legs are grounded, the core is strong. It helps you relax that upper body a little bit. Awesome. Now, keeping the chin drawn back, neck long. Inhale here. Exhale, tilt the head over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, tilt the head over to the left. And just nice and easy like this. I find one of the advantages of practicing yoga in the chair is it's a little bit easier to sit tall in the chair as opposed to sitting on the mat, because tightness in our hips will affect our ability to create that nice long spine, and we tend to get a little bit tucked under in the pelvis and round that back and then hunch forward right in the center. And adding on now, I'll tilt my head over to that right side and then roll the left shoulder back and down as I slide that shoulder blade down the back. Alright, you can stay just like this, or I'll use my right hand to draw the left arm across. And just keep leaning that head over to the right till you feel maybe a nice stretch through the left side. Now I felt now my weight all shifted over to the right side. So go ahead and press down a little bit more through that left foot and ground maybe a little bit more through that left sitting bone. Nice deep breath here. Maybe you tuck the chin down a little bit, creating a stretch in a different part of the neck there, shoulder. And then when you're ready, slowly release that. And let's maybe just do nice, easy circle into that shoulder while we're here. It's fun, maybe today just do one at a time. Let's roll it the other way. And the more you bring the elbows into it, the bigger the motion. Awesome. Let's shake that out. And we'll do all that on the other side. So draw the chin in, back of the neck is long, and then nice and easy, tilt the head over to the side. Now bring the right shoulder up, back, and slide that right shoulder blade down the back. Reach that arm away. And this may feel good to you, or if you like, use your left hand. There she is, or he is, and draw that arm across. So you're drawing that right shoulder down, tilting the head over to the left. And notice how that feels. Now you'll feel maybe your weight shifted a little bit to the left. So press through that right foot, ground to that right sitting bone. I am grounded. I am calm, centered, peaceful. Perhaps you like to turn the chin down, feel a stretch in a slightly different part of the neck and the shoulder. And then when you're ready, let's come all the way on up and do those shoulder rolls on your right. Make it as big as you like. You'll feel that motion through the whole shoulder girdle, include your collarbone and the shoulder blades, as well as the upper arm bone in that shoulder socket. And let's go in the other direction. Awesome job. Go ahead and shake it out. And then let's do a little tension into our hands and our wrists. Turn the palms up. Spread those fingers. And then tuck the thumbs in. Make a fist and curl the wrists under. Get that nice stretch into the wrists. And then nice and easy, let's circle into those wrists. And circle it the other way. See if you can stay focused. Even if you can hear some noise coming from the place that I'm in. Keep yourself centered and grounded. And let's shake it all out. From here, let's move into the spine. So I'll place my feet a little bit wider, hands onto the knees. Let's move with the breath. As we inhale, come forward. Feel the belly, the chest coming forward as the back comes into extension. As you exhale, draw the belly in. Tuck the tailbone under and you'll round into the back. So as you inhale, you naturally come forward. And then just be real gentle with the neck. So feel that heart come forward and lift up without popping that chin forward, just like we practiced earlier. And as you exhale, enjoy the feel, the stretch as you round and flex into the back and into the neck. This is seated cat-cow. Your opportunity to flow through the spine as the breath flows. And when you're ready, let's meet in the center. And maybe we'll bring the legs out a little bit wider even. So starting to open up into those hips. Hands still on the knees. And now when you're ready, bring the left shoulder towards the right knee and let's circle all the way around. Just like always, take your time. Keep that breath flowing. And really bring your awareness into the sensations of the body. Let's do today 2 more times in this direction. So my feet are still grounded, but you'll feel a shift in the sitting bones as you make that circle all the way around. Awesome. Let's go the other way. Right shoulder towards your left knee. And come all the way forward. Left shoulder towards the right knee and circle it all the way back. How does that feel today? If you've been joining me every week or most weeks, we do some same motions. And so your challenge is really to center yourself, to ground yourself into the moment and tune in to how it feels to do the shape in this moment so that maintain your full presence. And when you've done about 5 rotations in that direction, let's go ahead and bring our legs back together. And still sitting nice and tall, let's find our mountain pose again. Pressing down through those feet. 4 corners and cinch that waist in. I'll slide my hands in again and find that length. Now I'll reach my left arm up. As I inhale, feel that length all along the side. And exhale, lean up and over to the right. So maybe today I'll just slide my hand under the chair, or if I want to use the block, place the block onto the right. So your choice here. And just like we did earlier, when we were stretching into the side of the neck, you'll feel the weight shift to the right. So go ahead and press through a little more to that left foot, ground to that left sitting bone, and brace the belly. Maybe draw the shoulder back. And you know, if you have neck or shoulder issues, feel free to lower that arm down. And maybe you can just point the elbow up. Take one last deep breath here, enjoying that side stretch while grounded through the legs. I am worthy of all things beautiful. And when you're ready, let's come on up. And if you like using the block, you can use the block or simply place the hand under the chair. Starting in mountain pose. Then I'll inhale, reach that arm up if that feels good. Our goal is just to create a little more length. And exhale, lean over to the side. Hand under the chair, or onto a block. And once again, you'll feel the shift in the weight. So let's press down to that right foot. Right sitting bone. See, I got a little bit taller. Brace that belly. Draw that shoulder back. Or you lower that arm down and point that elbow up as much as it feels good on your shoulder. Nice deep breath. And then when you're ready, let's meet right in the center. Nice and easy. Let's start to just imagine. We do the standing, but just sort of release the arms side to side and just rotate nice and easy. Alright, let that go. And now we'll come into that rotation. So from here, let's first find our mountain. And when you're ready, go ahead. If you like, let's inhale, stretch both arms up towards the sky, or you can keep the arms down. Exhale, rotate over to that right side, belly, chest, and head. Just let the right arm come back, left arm come to the outside of the right leg. And as you inhale, press through those feet. Sit a little taller, and exhale, turn your chest a little bit more to the right. So you'll want to, maybe if you like, you'll feel that left hip coming forward, so draw the left hip back and ground equally once again through both sitting bones. You sit nice and tall, but keep turning the chest, the ribs towards the right. Then when you're ready, slowly unwind yourself. Coming back to mountain pose. Inhale, we'll stretch up. Find that length. Exhale, rotate belly, chest, and head to the left. So left hand is back behind you, right hand on the outside of that left leg. As you inhale, press through your feet, sit a little taller. Exhale, rotate, turn the chest, the ribs a little bit more to the left. And so maybe equal grounding through both sitting bones. Maybe drawing that right hip back. My left, your right. So this should feel comfortable to you. No strain in your shoulders. And what do you notice here? Do you feel calm and centered? And when you're ready, slowly unwind yourself. Awesome job. Let's reach our hands back. And now I'll sit a little further back into the chair. I'm going to come into what we call staff pose in yoga. So two options here. You can sit all the way back and extend the legs in front with your hip, knee, and toes all in alignment. It takes a little bit of strength in the legs. Or you can sit along the edge of the chair and just lower the heels down. You can keep a soft bend in the knees, still lined up hip, knee, ankles, and toes. So your choice here. I'm going to sit back. That's what I enjoy. And I'm pressing down through my hands to sit nice and tall. Now let's move through my favorite, our feet. So I'm going to break it down today. Plantar flex, stretch the ankles, and then plantar flex the toes, point the toes. Then dorsiflex, draw and spread the toes back, and dorsiflex the ankles. And just keep the breath flowing. So of course, a class on grounding, you have to move through those feet. Find that range of motion that keeps us in that pain-free zone. But I'm still sitting tall. So grounded through those sitting bones. And you can even brace your belly. Once again, as if you're cinching a drawstring around your waist, or squeezing yourself into a tight pair of jeans or leggings. For me, I find what's grounding is really learning to engage the core. So I find physically that when I'm really strong through the center of my body, that helps me to feel a little bit more centered. Maybe one last time. Awesome. And today, let's circle those ankles together. See if you can keep the knees pointed up. So moving just through the ankles. And then when you're ready, let's circle it the other way. Awesome. And then from here, release the feet down. Let's shake it out, tap it out. Awesome job. Let's make our way up to standing. So I'll sit a little bit closer to the edge of the mat. And maybe today, let's do sit to stand about 10 times. So plant your feet either hip distance or a little bit wider, making sure the chair is not going to slip out from under you. And remember, you can use your hands, or maybe we'll cross the hands, or whatever, or press the hands together, whatever would feel good to you this morning. I'm going to create that Anjali Mudra with my hands, pressing the fingers, the palms together. And when you're ready, press through those feet. Keep the belly drawn in as you come up. And then we'll sit back down, or you can just lean yourself back down. So remembering, we can use, if you like, you can use your hands. I think there's about 4 more times. But you go at your own pace. And one more time for me. Awesome. If you need to catch your breath, go ahead and do that. And then when you're ready, gently press yourself up. And we'll come to standing. I'll turn the chair just so you can see me. I'll stand behind the chair. And soon we'll need a block or a book, okay? So we'll first start, let's find mountain pose. So either your inner edges of the feet or the outer edges of your feet will be parallel. And let's practice. We'll lift all our toes up and press down once again to the base of the big toe, little toe, inner heel and outer heel. Now keep that as you relax the toes down. So do you feel as you press down through, especially the base of the big toe, little toe, and then the heel, you'll feel the legs are strong. And cinch that waist in. Draw the belly in and up. From here, bring your shoulders up, roll them back, and all the way down. So this becomes mountain pose. And the wider your feet are, the more stable you'll feel. Can you sense here equal weight in both feet? You can shift back and forth a little bit if you want. And then find that equal weight there. Awesome. And let's go ahead. Inhale, we'll stretch our arms straight up. So feel that length, getting a little bit taller. And if you like, if it would feel okay, you can interlace your fingers and press the hands up towards the sky. But that's optional. So as we inhale, can you feel that that new energy drawing up into the body, or at least feel a little bit more lift and length. And as you exhale, imagine drawing in, releasing chest, ribs, belly, and grounding down through those legs and into those feet. Awesome. Let's release the arms down. Maybe place your fingers onto the chair, and we'll work a little bit of more balance. So go ahead and place I'll place our right foot onto the block. So you'll stand maybe to the right of the chair or to the left of the chair. And then either have the inner edges or the outer edges of your feet parallel. It just depends what feels more comfortable to you. When you're ready, here we go. I'm going to hug this right hip in as I press through that right foot and lift the other leg up. So the left toes don't have to come off the mat, and I'm hugging this hip in. So we're strengthening. This would be included into the core, in particular we're strengthening the gluteus medius, which is at the top of the seat. So once again, that other hip toes don't have to come up. Just see how this feels to you. You can find a focal point, something in front of you that's not moving, and that will help you find your balance a little bit more. And let's do 2 more. Really hug this hip in. And 1 last time. Awesome. Let's try that on the other side. So bend your knees to pick up the block or the book. And I'll just turn my chair around just so you can see me a little bit better. So now I'm placing my left foot onto the block. And once again, either inner edges or outer edges, if that works okay for you, of the feet parallel. Stand nice and tall. So this knee starts out bent. So hip, knee, ankle, and toes hopefully in alignment. And when you're ready, press through that left foot and hug that left hip in. And then lower down. So you hug that hip in. And you'll feel sort of a swiveling as the other hip, the other side of the pelvis, comes up a little bit as well to create a little more evenness there. But focus, really bring all your awareness right into the muscle I talk about all the time, gluteus medius. You'll feel it at the top of your seat. But it's so important that this be strong for actions like when we're walking. Just 2 more, I think. And 1 more time. Awesome. Go ahead and step off, shake it out. How are you doing? Hopefully pretty good. All right. So now, let's practice a little bit standing on one leg, right? Can we keep ourselves grounded here? So, I'll start actually on the other side. So I'm standing nice and tall. My right hand is on the chair. And when you're ready, I'm actually going to lift the left heel up. Spread those toes and then lift up through the arch. Lift up onto my tippy toes and then lower that foot down. And what I want to do is have equal weight across the foot. So try not to roll the foot in or out. This teaches me to keep my hip, my knee, my ankles, my toes in alignment. So rolling through the foot. Equal weight inside and outside of the foot. Now this last time, hug this hip, right hip in, draw the belly in and up, and here we go, roll through, and maybe see if that leg wants to come up just a little bit or a lot. You can place your hand under the leg, and I like to call this one-legged mountain pose. So rooted through the base of the right big toe, little toe, and into the heel. Now you've learned how to hug that right hip in, draw that waist in, shoulders back and down, smile on my face. I let go of fear and trust that I am eternally safe. I am worthy of all things beautiful. Nice deep breath. And when you're ready, release that leg down. Shake it out. Ooh, I can feel that. You can press the hips side to side. Then let's come to the other side. So you don't have to keep moving your chair around. I'm just moving my chair around just so you can see me better on the screen. Alright, so now my left hand and my left foot is on the chair. And I'll practice that roll through of the right foot. So spread the right toes. And you'll lift the heel up, lift the arch up. Equal weight near the big toe, little toe. Lift the ball of the foot up and come up onto your tippy toes. And then roll it back down. So try not to roll the foot out or roll the foot in. That's called supination and pronation. And you may notice if you have a tendency to do one or the other, you just have to look at the heel of your shoes, and if you supinate, the outer edge will be worn out. If you pronate, the inner edge of that heel will be worn out. So we're practicing not doing either. Rolling through, and this last time, come up onto your tippy toes. Hug the left hip in, brace that belly, and maybe see if that leg wants to come up. You can place your hand under that thigh to support it for 4, 3, one-legged mountain pose, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Go and release that leg down. Shake it out. Okay, let's come back behind the chair. And from here, we'll start by standing nice and tall. And then when you're ready, soft bend in the knees and we'll lean forward. Go ahead and step that right leg back. Turn those right toes out to the side a little bit. Your legs are on those railroad tracks. And then up. Press that heel down. Okay, nice and easy. Bend into that left knee, so the left knee is stacked over the ankle. So press down through, especially not just the 4 corners of the left foot, but really also press down through the outer edge of that right leg. Now draw the belly in and up, and I'll bring my shoulders up over those hips. Can you feel that strength? Sometimes people do different techniques here, but today maybe just emphasizing really pressing down through that front foot and pressing that back heel away from you. Then draw the belly, cinch that waist in, lift your heart up. Nice deep breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Lean yourself forward, press through that left foot, bring the right foot to meet the left, come back up. Let's try all that on the other side. So start standing nice and tall, soft bend in the knees, lean forward, shift your weight to the right leg, bring the left leg back. Legs are on those railroad tracks, left toes turned out a little bit to the left. Long enough stance though that you can still press that left heel down. Then we bend the right knee, so stacked over the ankle. Now go ahead, press through the outer edge of the foot, the big toe, little toe, and then press down through that front heel. Then the back leg, press to the outer edge of that back foot, especially into that left heel. Draw the belly in and up. bring your shoulders up over those hips. So can you feel how when you're rooted through those legs and that belly is braced, can you feel that strength and really feel how grounded and connected to the earth? So someone can come over and try to knock you over, but you're very strong. But notice, is your shoulders relaxed? And maybe there's a smile on your face. So we don't want to stiffen up, tighten up the whole body. Awesome. When you're ready, lean yourself forward. Press through that right foot. Bring the left foot to meet the right, and we'll shake it out. And let's make our way down to the chair now. But first, let's do this. Let's do a little stretch for the back side of the body. We'll practice our grounding too. So I'll place my hands on my hips, soft bend or deep bend in the knees, and then fold right at the hips. Spine stays long. Place your hands on the chair, and nice and easy, keep the knees bent and you'll walk yourself back. So this is our downward facing dog in the chair. So as you watch me, maybe first, notice how I reach my seat all the way back. So feel that nice stretch into the back of the legs. So you let your knees bend as much as you need to. You know, if you have shoulder issues, you can bend the elbows and then just reach your seat back. Let your head relax down between the arms. And equally grounded through both feet, and maybe a little bit of grounding through those hands or through those forearms and elbows. Enjoy one last deep breath here. I love downward facing dog, using the chair. Fine for me. It's very calming. This is our opportunity in chair yoga to do an inversion where the heart is above the head. When you're ready, press down through your hands and gently walk yourself forward. And now let's go ahead and sit into our chair. I'm going to use the blocks. Let's come into our stretches. So go ahead, as you sit into the chair, put the right leg onto the blocks or the book if you're using it, or put the heel onto the earth. So you can keep a soft bend in the knee. Once again, we're sitting nice and tall, right? And then when you're ready, inhale here, exhale to lean yourself over towards that right leg. Nice deep breath. You want to feel the stretch into the hamstrings, 3 muscles on the back of the leg, but no pulling or tugging right at the sitting bone or in the back of the knee. So you can bend that right knee as much as you need to. And now you may find you can lean in just a little bit more. And when you're ready, gently press yourself up. And let's go ahead and reach for this leg. Do nice easy circles. And then circle it the other way. We'll stretch into this seat, into that outer hip. 2 options, or actually more than 2. You may know you prefer to put your foot on the block and roll that foot out. You can cross at the ankle or cross at the thigh. So you choose here. And then when you're ready, we inhale, sit tall, press to that foot that's on the earth, and then exhale, lean into this. So you feel the stretch into the outer hip. So you just breathe, and I'll keep track of the time. So there's no discomfort in your back or in your knee. Now you may find you can lean into it a little bit more, feel a little more sensation going into that seat. And when you're ready, gently press yourself up. Uncross the legs, shake it out, tap it out. And we'll do those stretches on the other side. So bring that left leg in front. You can rest it on blocks or books or on the earth. Soft bend or deep bend in the knee, depending on how tight your hamstrings may or may not be. And then we'll sit nice and tall. Inhale here. Exhale, lean over towards that leg. So slowly ease into the shape. So you just keep leaning into it. So you feel sensation into the hamstring without any tugging into the back of the knee or into the sitting bone. If you need more stretch into the calf, you draw those left toes up. Once again, I'll keep track of the time. Just notice, is the rest of the body relaxed? Now you may be able to lean in just a little bit more. And when you're ready, start to press yourself back up. You can reach for that leg and do nice easy circles into that hip, into that leg. Woo! And then circle it the other way. My hips feel a little bit tight today, so that felt good to me. Now we'll continue on. So either foot on the blocks or books and roll that leg out. Figure 4 cross of the legs, or crossing right at the thighs so the knees come a little bit more into the center. Your choice here. And when you're ready, we inhale, press through that right foot, sit tall, and exhale, lean into it. So now we're tuning into this outer hip and getting deep into that seat. Whatever shape you've chosen, no discomfort in your knee. Now you may want to lean in just a little bit more. And then when you're ready, gently press yourself bring the legs out a little wider. Start with your hands on your knees. You'll inhale here. Exhale, come, bring your elbows onto the legs. Or if you want to go a little further, reach your arms down towards the blocks, towards the book, or towards the earth. This is child's pose in the chair. So release the whole upper body, the spine, over those legs. Let it go. This should feel very comfortable. And return to that nice, easy breath. Let everything go. Just feel yourself calm, centered, peaceful. Take one last deep breath here. And to come out of this, you can place your hands above the knees. Gently press yourself up. And we'll finish up in your final relaxation. So you can sit back in your chair, maybe feet on the blocks or the books. Whatever feels most comfortable to you. And then just close your eyes or create that soft focus with your eyes. Bring awareness back into the body. Noticing now how you feel at the end of your practice. And awareness of the natural flow of the breath. Following the breath wherever you notice it the most. Either in the nose, maybe in the chest, or maybe into the belly. See if you can avoid controlling that breath. Just allow it to flow on its own. You did an awesome job today. Stay here as long as you like. I am grounded. My spirit is deeply grounded to the earth. I am calm, strong, centered, and peaceful. I let go of fear and trust that I am eternally safe. I am worthy of all things beautiful. Namaste.